So welcome back everyone to Web Gaming Entertainment, also known of course as Web Gaming Central, and we're gonna finish up our city, and this is video number 6, and my textures load in here, and of course video number 6 for SimCity. We're building a city, and as we get prepared for SimCity 2013, I'm so excited, and I pretty much believe you are too. This game is going to be absolutely awesome, and I really can't wait for it to come out. So, in preparation for that, I decided to load up and play SimCity 4. And that's what you are watching right now. The game that has been out for quite some time now, so it's not a new game, but it's to me it still holds up pretty well to the change of times and all the great new games and great new technologies. So here we are, and let's get right to it. Let's see, let's connect some of these roads here. Of course my advisors like to interrupt me, and no matter what. That's a really crappy road there, but I need that still to connect. So okay, so now I do want to kind of keep some room available for some big convention center or something. Obviously won't be able to fit in all the special reward buildings and landmarks, of course, but I do want to, the environment is pretty bad, do want to at least fit one or two. Kind of got one here, which is the golf course. Trying to decide if I want to keep it. I think it's alright, but I never knew of, well, maybe I'm just in the wrong city, but I never knew of a golf course to be right smack downtown, so might have to change that. Well, I don't know. So far so good though. I do want to kind of, as I keep saying, I'm going to install mass transit. I always get on to something different, so let's throw some bus stops down, okay? Maybe that'll alleviate some of our issues with that. I'm gonna just bulldoze random houses here. So nice of me, I know. Yeah. Okay, so we got that. Let me take over that spot. Just randomly down the road here, I'm just gonna bulldoze some places and hope that let's rotate a little bit here so I can see. So I'm going to bulldoze some buildings and see what I can fit in here. Okay, there it is right there. Downtown City Hall. This is definitely what I would call our main street. Yeah, let's throw them right there. Why not? Why not? Let's get some deep, you know what? Definitely not like that. Yes, right there. Right there. Okay, so just randomly, and the thing that I believe you have to do is, again, it's been a while since I played this, but I think as long as you have bus stops in between where Sims live and where they work, then the bus lines will work. Yeah, that was a bad move, but what you gonna do? They'll live. So between there, I definitely throw one down. I'll throw one down there. Again, I really don't recommend how I'm doing this. I would have preferred to have started to plan this as I was building the roads and building these neighborhoods to kind of really give the transit, the mass transit system a chance. But instead, I chose to go another route, and I may or may not be paying for that right now. So there's really no good spots to put this without really bulldozing some halfway decent locations or buildings. Yes, I can actually fit that there because there's nothing there, and it's probably a good idea for me to build some of these down here again as citizens go to work downtown, as well as build that industry area too. So let's see however many we can fit in here. That's fine. Well, that probably won't work. That's on ramp. Okay, so I'm trying to get past this part so that I don't bore you half to death with laying down bus routes. Okay. I think I'm done. I mean, it really is not the greatest mass transit system, but it's gonna have to do for now. But I will have to start connecting some of these streets. Again, you definitely want to try to alleviate traffic problems as best as you can. My little traffic situation here is not the greatest, apparently, but we're gonna make the best of it. So I'm trying to upgrade these roads a little bit so that citizens are not trying to drive on these very small roads, because the bigger the density buildings, the more traffic it produces, and we really don't need. But at the same time, the bigger the density roads, the more noise it produces, and that also affects each building's value, I guess, as far as how valuable it is to live there. See, traffic noise. See, it's high. Don't ask why it's high, because these are small roads, so I don't know why traffic noise is high. But then again, yeah, I do, because it's a lot of traffic. So probably adding these larger roads might help, because it means traffic will flow better and therefore less traffic noise. At least that's the idea. I remember that is how that works. But the trade-off is that the roads are higher density, and that can also, I believe, cause traffic noise, depending. Well, really depending if with the upgrade of the roads, the traffic kind of matches that. So if the traffic increases too, then yeah, that still spells noise. So traffic noise, and we don't want that. But we might not be able to help it. But I am upgrading as many roads as I can. I try not to upgrade the residential roads too much, because again, you know, I don't know. It's really a two-way street, to be honest with you. It's kind of hard to gauge, you know, what's the best course of action in a situation like that, because, oh, you know, now let me fix some of this stuff. Now, I know this stuff is probably a little boring, but I'm trying to get through it as fast as possible. But this is all part of, you know, making a decent city. Just kind of fixing some of the little mistakes there. So I think we have those at, yeah, okay. That's one of the problems with auto zoning, but that's okay. So right now, let's see what the money's looking like. Pretty good. We have we're in the black, so we got some coming in. But I think it's time to pick up the assimilation speed, and we did some bus routes. So for now, I think that'll be fine. Let me fix this one too. Well, I know I probably should do more, to be honest with you. And let's see what we got. Let's see what the options are. See what the options are here. Yeah. You know, I don't know. I really just didn't find that these things, unless you really plan for this, the mass transit, it really doesn't bring a lot of benefit, though it brings enough at times. Now let's see. Did I alleviate any of my traffic problems? Well, that's the environment. Traffic seems to be fine then. Okay, so I guess it does help a little bit, but I don't know how bad that was to begin with. For a long time I was thinking the environment thing here was the traffic, but it's not. Okay. So apparently, again, well, clearly you have a lot of pollution going on in this city. I could try to alleviate that the best I can. So one way to do that would be to do some ordinances here, which would be, let's see, it tells you. City funded program to capture gas emissions from city landfills reduces the air pollution generated by landfills. That's definitely one. Costs a whole lot to implement that, and that's because we already have a ton of pollution, and in particular a ton of waste pollution, so that would be expensive. Health, paper waste reduction, smoke detector, neighborhood watch. There's many more. Commuter shuttle. Now, that might be one I might want to. That's not too expensive. That does relieve. Okay, so yeah, this promotes the use of mass transit, although I don't have much of a mass transit system. Helps reduce traffic congestion due to commuting. Okay, well that still looks good. Clean Air Act might be expensive. No, it's not. Okay, this Clean Air standards. on industry. Good, good, good. Reduces air pollution, but will have an impact on industry demand, of course, which is fine at the moment. Automobile Emission Reduction Act also deals with pollution from automobiles. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do that too. Oh, actually, that's the wrong one. There we go. So I'm actually really increasing, which means I might have to. That's not really gonna do much though. Tire recycling. Okay. Might as well throw that in there too since we're doing it. Nuclear free zone, no need to worry about that. Let's educate our Sims here. That's not too expensive. Alright, so just wanted to start up a few ordinances and see how that... Ah yeah, carpool incentive. Whoa, whoa. That's hitting the pocket really good. So, but it could have benefits. Let's see how far we can get with that. Yeah, I'll give it a shot, and we'll raise taxes a little bit so that the citizens can pay for these things I'm enacting here. So, Power Conservation Act. How much would that be? You know, actually, we're going to do that because that is going to help conserve our power, the city's power consumption. So, let's hope that works. Tourism promotion. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do that. Neighborhood watch. Yeah, might as well. Might as well. Free clinic. Hey, let's do it all. Let's do it all and go into the red, as this will soon reflect, I'm sure. Once I hit this speed up button, we're gonna... Yes, now we're taking a loss, but that is being offset. Maybe it will have some positive effects that will give us a return on that investment. So, as I said, I am going to raise taxes, but I'm going to raise taxes on dirty industry. That way, they'll be less inclined to build here, and maybe we'll get more manufacturing and possibly high-tech, although I highly doubt that because there's too much pollution going on. High-tech industry tends to want to be around absolute cleanliness, and our city is far from that. So that's something I have to deal with. As you can see, I did lower, like severely lower taxes on high wealth commercial office. It did not have a great effect. They really don't want to come here. So yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. But obviously I also lowered the medium wealth commercial office, so we want some offices here. So I'm trying to lure them in. We do have some apparently, but not as much as I would like. I don't really want to raise taxes too much on our citizens, but if there is, let's see, yeah, okay, yeah, the demand for residential is already low enough, so I really don't want to raise taxes, but I will raise taxes slightly on commercial, low wealth commercial. So that's really not going to do much for us, though. Medium wealth is here, but the demand for them is not as high as I would like it to be before raising taxes on them. So again, as you can tell, by raising taxes, you can also control demand that way. And as it looks, I'm gonna need to, let's see. Yes, I'm gonna need to install yet another. Now at this point, we're gonna do some math here. I think we paid $350 for that, so let's see. Nope, not transportation, but we're looking at utilities. Water management, we're paying about $2,421. So right now, that's pretty hefty, but if we look here, if we build one of these, that's going to take us up by another at least $1,000 per month. So it's not yet feasible. So throwing another one of these down will do the trick for now. And of course that's going to raise things a little bit. I could raise taxes at this point, but I don't want to do that. Let's see if I can cut some expenses here. Road services, not these things though, that's for sure. Mass transit is in here. Let's see, public safety, transportation, health and education. Let's take a look at that. Oh yeah, we can definitely lower this down a little bit. Good. That one is high though. Wow. Okay. Alright. But we still can pull that off. Okay. Ooh, we actually have to raise this a little bit to kind of take care of the demand. Here we can lower that down just a tad bit, lower this down just a tad bit. That's good. Maybe that's too far though. Yeah, you know, I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna play too much of that. This one is good. Okay, so can we... Does that do anything for us? Probably not. But that's okay. And before we end this video, we're gonna just see what else we can do here. Utilities, power. Power, yeah, we can lower that down just a little bit. That's good. That's too high. That's good. That's way too high. Not way too high, but high. So, let's see if any of these cost-cutting tactics worked. Let's back out a little bit and just see if we can turn the budget around. I may have to do some more raising taxes, but for now we're going to come back in the next video and continue to solve our city problems. As it stands now, we're going to cut this video short, and well, not short, we're going to cut it and get ready to go to the next one. Okay, everybody, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.